Welcome to Mama's tutorial back again. We are here to celebrate and we congratulate to some of your brightest. They're present here. They're in 11th grade, going to be in 12th grade, but Amrajani in the United States of America. All the junior kids, they're 11th graders, take the SAT exam few times, and when they become senior, they apply to the college. And SAT is a big part of their admission process beside their GPA, extracurricular activities. They also look at their SAT scores very seriously from now on, okay? So we have few of our students. SAT scoreটা 1600 ভিতরে পরীক্ষা out of 1600, 800 in math, 800 in English. And unlike percentage, they scored like in terms of percentile. So সারা আমেরিকাতে সব বাচ্চারা একই সঙ্গে একই দিনে যারা পরীক্ষা দেয়, let's say 70,000, 100,000, among all those students, তাদের র্যাঙ্কিংটা কোথায়, তারা কোন লেভেলে আছে সেটাই কিন্তু ফিগার আউট করা হয় থ্রু দ্য SAT এক্সাম। তার কারণ আমরা জানি বিভিন্ন স্টেটে this math standard could be different English, but SAT score is kind of universal, not only the United States, also around the globe. They take the same test to evaluate their math and English skill. So if somebody get 1500 plus, that means it proved their math level is there in 98 percentile ranking. That means they're close to the top, and as you go close to 1600, you get perfect score. That means 100 percentile ranking. So we have here Mr. Scott is our English instructor, been teaching with us since 2008, and I'm Sheikh Al Mamun, Mamun's tutorial director, also teach SAT and teaching in high school for last 20 years. And we have Mr. Mesbah, he's going to Fordham University and also teaching SAT math at Mamun's tutorial, and he went to Bronx Science. So this is our instructor, and we have parent here, and we have all our students. Not all, some of our students. We had a lot of students took the SAT exam, and among them, there are some of them who could make it today. I want to congratulate all of you for your achievement. And first we have Kayan, and he did really good. I'll hear from Kayan. He get 1500 plus, 1520, I believe. And we have Jaman Mahmoud. He got 1570 in 790 math, 780 in English. We have Elham Mamun, my son. He got 1530, so 790 in math and 740 in English. And we have Mehrab, and also got 1500. And we have Aisha Nahar. She is very brightest. She is since 7th grade. I've been teaching almost all of them. She's going to Bronx Science, Labiba going to private high school, and Mashrur going to Latin. Okay. So yeah, Aisha did what?
1550, 780 English, 770.
So 1550, 770 and 780. Okay. And we have Labiba Chaudhary got
720 and 790.
720 and 790, and Mr. Scott. And this is
Mashrur.
Mashrur, what's your score?
1400.
10. So আপনারা দেখলেন all of our students did really good in the SAT. So the upcoming summer, whoever is going to be in 11th grade, that যারা এখন 10th grade আছে যারা 11th এ যাবে, they should start the SAT prep from now on to have a better score for the next year. So we'd like to hear each of individuals, so their experience with Mama's tutorial with the SAT preparation, and if they have any recommendation for the future student, please share. Okay, thank you. You don't like to say anything? Okay, thank you. Okay, so Fabia, you could come here, please. Okay. Jaman Mahmoud. Yeah.
I really want to thank Mamun Sitara for giving me the opportunity to study. I actually started studying for the SAT, at least the math section, with Elham back in the 8th or in the 7th grade. And a huge part of the SAT preparation is actually being able to not cram, but actually understand that these concepts don't just come like within a week, but you have to practice them over time. And I believe that through this tutorial, you're able to get adequate prep. And also it provides like a competitive but friendly environment in which you can actually understand concepts, but also challenge yourself to become a better version of yourself. Like in this country, like if you get like a 750 on the math, for instance, that'll place you at the 90th percentile. But if you get a 750 in math in somewhere like South Korea or in China, then that'll place you at like the 40th percentile, so or like the 50th percentile. So it's really interesting knowing the breakdowns and how the distributions worked throughout the globe. But always trying to challenge yourself and comparing yourself to you yesterday rather than comparing yourself to other people is what I've learned at Mahmoud's tutorial, and I really believe that studying here has given me that opportunity.
Thank you, Jaman. And what's your plan in the future? What are you going to, I know your parents are asking you to study something and you want to study something. That's the dilemma we always face in the Bangladeshi community. But I would recommend whatever the kids like to study, let them study, because United States has a lot of opportunities, a lot of fields. So, let them decide. Yeah. So, thank you. Jaman, what are you going to study in the future? What's your plan?
I'm going to study public health or biology.
Public health and biology. Okay, thank you. Mehrab, would you like to share a few words?
I don't really have much to say, but I do want to thank Mamo's tutorial, because it really did help me get started with understanding the SAT, because originally when I started learning, it was kind of challenging because it's the SAT has a lot of concepts that are very new compared to other tests such as the SHSAT and the Regents exams, and I think Mr. Mamoon and Mr. Scott and Mesbah really helped us, and I put in a lot of work and a lot of hours at Mamo's tutorial and self-studying, so I want to thank them all for getting me started and getting me a good score, alhamdulillah.
Mehrab mentioned very good things, a lot of times it's not only starting from the book or the tutorial, you have to study yourself, and in College Board there's something is called QBank. So through the QBank you could sort the most challenging question in algebra, advanced algebra, statistics, geometry. So if you're having some problem with a specific topic, if you go to the QBank and review those materials, it would be also really helpful. And you could also find a lot of QAS online. That's what we do. That's that exact exam that's taken place in China or Korea or even in the United States. We get some of those copies somehow, and if you practice through this, it's also really helpful. So I would like to ask Mamoon, Ilham, so if you are before you do that, we have Fabiha. She went to Stuyvesant and she's going to the Northeastern University with full scholarship, right? So would you like to share your high school experience and what?
Sure. Okay. Stuyvesant was really good for me, at least it was a competitive environment which helped me develop my study skills and then further my my education and all those opportunities. So I would say going to one of the good schools really help you, because you have a lot more opportunities than you could get at a zone school.
And what are you going to study in?
Marketing.
Marketing, okay. So here it goes. A lot of times we feel like anybody goes to STY or Bronx Science, they should go to the medicine or engineering or STEM program. So, but here, she's going to study marketing, all right? I don't know, digital marketing, or we need some people for all diverse field in this country. So that's what I'm trying to prove. Zaprara jara parents ta dekhতেছেন, it's not always you have to study computer science or health science. Again, you could study finance, economics, financial engineering, architecture. There's so many different fields. So try to go to the different workshop in your high school, child's school, learn about the different program that colleges offer. There is also college fair in the high schools, so you could also join those things. Okay, Ilham, please.
Yeah, so I also started studying at the same time as Jaman. We got introduced to this SAT math. I came to this tutorial, I started pretty early. Right after SHSAT, we started getting invested in this sort of standardized testing. I'm not going to try to repeat some of the context that Jaman repeated about the SAT, about how this applies nationwide, or how it applies to Korea, getting a certain score. I really think you really need to figure out what will push you forward even after you say that, hey, I'm like the 98th or 99th percentile. Yeah, sure, you get a 1500, but then like after that, now you start thinking to yourself, you come to like a tutorial where like everyone's also getting 1500, and now you're not really like any more special than the kid who studied 10 hours a day for this one standardized test. I think coming here and being able to pursue like find other sources like the college question bank or like other practice tests or other leaks, those were the things that really like pushed me forward to really, you know,
Great point.
yeah.
So, well, thank you. Saying not only studying topic by topic geometry, but find some source that you challenge yourself. Some question that would be really challenging. If you review that one question, challenging question, that might help you to explore, and eventually you could do better score. Thank you, Aisha, Nahar. Well, I should not talk about the parents, but anyway, Aisha, you did really good in the SAT, and it's pleasure teaching you since 6th grade, right? Or
I don't really have much to say, except I'm really grateful that my parents were able to provide me an opportunity to like study at a tutorial. They gave me all these books, and they also gave me the opportunity to study online via self-study. I was able to get the score I got. My number one tip to study for the SAT and also studying in general and life in general is to know both your strengths and weaknesses. Like if you were to study for the SAT and you targeted your weaknesses, you're going to do a lot better. I also think it's important to note that some people don't have the resources to study for the SAT, so even though it's supposed to be a standardized exam, it can still be pretty unfair. So really the only thing you can do, and the only thing you can do in life in general, is to try as hard as you can, because there's no reason not to try.
Adult test in the College Board website, at least if you could review those, you could get 1400. But if you're getting 1500, then you should study the Q bank, all the challenging materials, you find other sources, QoS test, and practice. Okay, thank you, Aisha. Labiba Chaudhary, she's going to one of the private high school with lot of tuition fee, but she got the full ride. So I would like to hear from her. She got what, $50,000 scholarship in high school or six? Yeah. All right, I would like to hear from her. So yes, our kids could get into the private high school with full ride with $50,000. Like they're going to public high school, Bronx Science or STI or Brooklyn Tech, Brooklyn Latin. They're getting very good education with free. But if you send your kids to the private high school, it costs a lot of money. Here's the example. Labiba is getting 4 years, $50,000. That means $200,000 scholarship by challenging herself in 6th grade and 7th grade. Thank you.
Was tutorial for like it was said, giving me the resources to be able to starting for the SAT. I didn't start very early. I started at the end of 10th grade, but I think I knew I had to start, but I didn't know where exactly to start. So I'm really grateful that my parents signed me up for Mama's tutorial, where I got the resources to be able to start and then continue study on my own, knowing what I needed to know. I think my biggest tip is to give yourself time to keep retaking the test, because it's very different from the SHSAT where you just take it once and then that's it. But the SAT, you can continue taking it as many times as you need, and it's good. It's very recommended that you keep taking it. So I would definitely recommend just giving yourself the time and the grace to keep retaking the test, and you'll always do better the next time.
Thank you, Labi, by mentioning it. So first time, yes, your kid could get, let's say, 1400, 1420, 1470. But if you try second time, it's definitely he or she could improve at least another 100 point. That's exactly what happened across the board, from Ilham to Jaman to Aisha, Labiba, everybody. The first time, I know Ilham took it, everybody's really, didn't get 1500, he got 1470. But next time, he crossed the 1500 line, 1530. Jaman, Mehrab, also Aisha, Labiba get first time 1440 or 1470. But the next time, it go 50. So do not give up after trying first time. Please try second time. If necessary, try third time, because maximum time you could take 3. I mean, you could take more than 3. And also there's something is called super score. Let's say first time you get high score in math, and the second time you get higher score in English. So those two higher scores is going to be combined together to give you a super score. So you could utilize that super score to apply to the top colleges. Mr. Scott, you could elaborate a little bit about the super score and our English. So Mr. Scott is an English teacher here, been teaching since 2008. Thank you, Mr. Scott, providing all this help to our case. Thank you.
Certainly, it's my pleasure to see all of these faces. Most of the students I've been working with since 7th grade as well, so it's great to see them do so well on the SHSAT and then also come back and do so well on the SAT. And yeah, as Mr. Mamoun was saying with the super scores, you can take the test and focus just on one section and then take that test, get the best score that you can, and then study for the other section, take the test again, and try to maximize your score for that as well. So congratulations to everybody on your success.
Masroor is going to the Brooklyn Latin. Also, I've been teaching Masroor for a long time, since 7th grade, right? Or earlier? 8? Okay. All right, so Masroor is going to share his experience. Thank you.
Okay. I would like to thank a lot. Thank you very much, Mamoon's tutorial and my parents for allowing me to, participate in this tutorial. It has helped me, grow as a learner a lot, and I want to send special thanks to Mr. Scott, who has helped me tremendously to be able to, get me better in English comprehension and lots of other English stuff, especially in the SAT, which has kind of shown in my growth. Yeah.
Everybody's going to start applying to the college. They're going to start writing their college essay. So Mamoon's tutorial always help the kids with their college essays, and it's extremely important. SAT, your GPA, your extracurricular activities, and essay. So you need to review at least 4 or 5 times of your essay before you submit it. And so we have Mr. Scott and other tutors who could work with you one-on-one. So if you need any help with that, please feel free to contact with us. And you also have a lot of support from your college English teachers as well. High school English teachers. So please reach out to your English teachers. Whoever doesn't go to the specialist high school, also regular high school, every high school should have their English teacher usually help with their students with their essays. So make sure you need to review at least 5 to 6 times minimum. Make sure write it well, no grammar, and definitely do not use the chat GPT to write your essay, because they will find out, okay? So I want to congratulate all of you. Aisha, okay, Labiba, Jaman, all right, and who else? Okay. Oh, Mehrab is here? Okay. Okay, come. Okay. Okay, here he goes. So it's really pleasure teaching all of you. Wish you all the best. And if you help us to other kids, if you encourage other kids to go try for the specialized high school, have a better score into the SAT, that would be really helpful, okay? And you could come back to do some voluntary work with our, upcoming 7th graders, 8th graders who are going to take the SAT. Your help would be tremendously helpful to our kids. Thank you all the parents. Apnara jara dekhtechen. This summer is a very important time for our 7th graders. They're going specialist high school to hoche October hoy. 8 utlei. So this is the best time. Also jara 10th grade shesh korchen tader jonno 11th grade jara jabe tara SAT এর জন্য এখন শুরু করতে পারে তাদের algebra 2 geometry physics chemistry. We have all different kind of tutors and courses offered here during the summer 6 times a week, Monday to Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, except Friday. That's the day we are closed. Please reach out to us. And I want to thank you again, Mr. Scott. Thank you for your help. Thank you all of you. And we have a lot of kids still not here, but I want to congratulate to all our kids who took the SAT exam through us in Queens. We are just invited some kids in the Bronx Center. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.